Alright, so every year I get people asking me how do I do my roof stuff, and every year I totally forget to take a video. So I'm going to take a quick video. Hopefully I won't ramble, but just wanted to show you all how I do it. So I've got these frames that I've built right on the roof out of VMT, 3/4 inch, bunch of maker pipe connections. Cost me a fortune, but they're stable as can be. All right, I mount my big props up to this stuff, and you can see this thing not going anywhere. Right, I've got these vertical pieces of 1/2 inch EMT that I've bent into shape, and then I bolt them into place. Right, so I bolt through that one, bolt through that one. Again, these things, they're flexible, but they're not going anywhere. And what I do is I mount my props to these T's here, right? So these are flexible T's, not flexible, but these are flexible use T's. And then I drop them down on top of the vertical over here. And all I have to do is lock them in place with this pin, and it doesn't go anywhere. All right, so I can easily swap whatever kind of prop I want onto that T. And I've actually drilled them in such a way, you can see there's a hole there and a hole there. So I can mount them upside down or right side up for different kinds of props. So I've got ghosts and spiders for Halloween, and then I've got these wreaths here for Christmas. And I've done actually snowflakes previously, which I've now repurposed into this giant snowflake here. So on the back of the roof, what I've got right running along the ridge line is a 42-foot matrix. And the way I did that, pretty straightforward. I anchor that guy to a couple of pieces of 3/4 EMT that I've screwed into the brackets for my gutters. And then I run them with some 1/8 inch aircraft cable up to the top, and that keeps it pretty steady. Down here towards the bottom, I've got them adjustable, of course, with these ratchet straps. So that works out well. Just started doing that last year when I added the stuff up above the matrix back there, because it was just a little bit too flexible for my liking. So here, for the matrix itself, all I've really got, I don't drill anything into the roof. All I've got are these frames that I've built here, which is basically just a big, again, 3/4 inch EMT with maker pipe frame. And then I've got these legs that are bent over the ridge, screwed in at the bottom there, and then with just a bracket to hold it upright. And then I use these water bag weights, and they work out great because I can bring them up here and fill them with the hose while I'm up here, and then I don't have to drag sandbags and whatnot, and then I just empty them while I'm up here down the roof and throw them off the roof. I don't have to carry weight up and down the ladder. What I do for all the upright stuff is I just mount these 1/2 inch EMTs, and you can see I just use these brackets here, right? One at the top and one at the bottom, and they work perfect. Keep everything nice and upright. So this is my antenna for the FM. Because I'm using the Rolls transmitter, it's got a horrible built-in antenna. So I actually ran through my attic, put a connector here on my vent. It's a waterproof connector, and then I just hook it up there. And this thing, it's already disconnected right now, but that's where this guy's going, right? And yeah, that works out great. Just bolt it up. So rest of the props are pretty much the same way, right? Just bolted up to these various frames. This 8-foot tree I added this year. So I basically just mounted this big piece of 10-foot 3/4 EMT and then mounted the tree straight to it. And it is, you can see it moves in the wind a little bit, but it is steady as can be. I've never had anything fall or move, budge at least. And then down here, what I found was these frames were causing a little bit of rub on my shingles, so this year I actually put these just cheap rubber floor mats underneath it to keep from causing any problems there. So hopefully when I take them off, I'm not going to have any additional issues that I didn't foresee. But yep, and then I've got power going right down the roof, and I've got an outlet in my soffit under there that I run that cord to. And then I've got a controller back here that runs all this back stuff. You can see the lizards have been having a grand old time up on top of it. And I actually run a network cable up through that same vent to go to this guy, and that way he can be not wired, or not wireless, so I don't have to worry about him being too far away from anything. So that's pretty much it. That's what it looks like. And then I've got pretty much more of the same over there. So any questions, just let me know. Thanks all.